I hope you listened to this song. This song was sung by the choir of MFM Church. I think during their last Power Must Change Hands. And then I must tell you, this song, it didn't really sound like a Christian song. And then I'm beginning to wonder what our churches have become these days, that we will be singing this type of song in the church. This song, if I look at it the way I see it, I don't think this song is edifying in any way. And I have a relationship with the MFM church. I've told you my story before on this page when I wanted to get married to my husband, then of blessed memory. The church had stood against it. Why? Simply because I never dreamed about my husband, neither did I see any vision concerning him. He wasn't a member of Deeper Life Bible Church then. Maybe that was why they stood against it, or maybe because I never dreamt concerning him, neither did I see any vision concerning him. Because when I had got into the marriage committee of the church and they had asked me whether I dreamt concerning him or whether I saw any vision concerning him, I had said no. And they asked me, how do you feel about him? I said I loved him, and the church said no. Love is not enough for you to want to get married to a man just like that. And they said if you go ahead and marry him, we are not going to support you. And that was where the relationship ended. I was reluctant. I was waiting for the church's approval, and the church was not forthcoming with their approval. And then my husband then, was angry that I was delaying. And then I was saying, wait for the church, let's continue to pray until the church answers. And that was it. The relationship ended, went our separate ways. And for many years, we never got in touch until one day he just called me, and then we reconnected, and that was how we eventually got married. Before this time, my husband was a staunch Catholic. But for some reason, he became born again when he went to law school. And that was how we started attending the MFM church. And it was even the MFM church that sent my husband with a letter to Deeper Life Bible Church in Surulere then. And they had said no. I could remember vividly now, Pastor Onoha then, he used to be my pastor. He had asked me then, did you dream concerning him? Did you see any vision concerning him? And I had said no. He had said no, the church was not going to support me. And at the end of the day, the relationship just ended like that. And we went our separate ways. But thank God we eventually got married. Now, why I'm making these videos, because this song is all over social media. And when I listened to the song, I said, wow, what is going on with our churches? And I've also been listening to Funke Ashekun and Akpeji. These are former members of the MFM church, and they've been saying a whole lot of things about the church, about the general overseer, Pastor Lukoya, allegedly. My own thing is that MFM church is a church known for their prayers. They believe in warfare, because according to them, the weapon of our warfare is not carnal, or mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Because the battle we fight in this world is not physical but spiritual. But with the song, it is like their battle is now physical. No more spiritual, no more prayers. As with the sweet us, it they pain them. Who is it paining? This is the type of song that you expect people from the world, according to the church. They will say, if you don't go to church, if you are not born again, going to church It means that you are of the world. People that go to church and are born again, they said they are God's own children. Now, this song that they are singing in the church, is it edifying? Looking at it spiritually, to me, it is not. It is like Oriote. That is what Yoruba will call such song, Oriote, an abusive song. When you are quarreling with somebody and you don't want to fight them physically or directly, you can always sing some of these songs and your opponent will definitely know that you are talking about him or her. This type of song, I'm sorry to say, should not be accepted from the church. And I was also surprised that the members of the church were clapping and happy with this song. And I also saw the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, also listening to this type of song in the church. And I bet you Pastor Lukoya and the wife, they were also in the service listening to this type of song. Now, some were saying that Pastor Lukoya wasn't aware that the choir will render this song, even if he wasn't aware that the choir will be rendering this song. For the mere fact that he was there and he listened for a few seconds to this song, he should have asked them to stop. This is not the kind of song that should be rendered in the church. And even the choristers who are rendering this song, you have children, you have teenagers, most of them teenagers below 18, singing this song. I wonder how parents will allow their children to be used to settle scores. Because to me, I think that the general overseer is trying to use these children or trying to use the chorister to settle scores between him and people that he felt are talking about him and talking about the church. Irrespective of who you are in the church, whether you are a leader in the church or whether you are just an ordinary member, I think the ultimate thing for us as a Christian, if truly you are a Christian, is having that love for humanity, that forgiving spirit. Where is this love and forgiveness in this kind of a song? These are the kind of things that we do that drives people away from the church. No forgiving spirit, no love. I think the best thing that Pastor Lukoya would have done was to address the church. Keeping silence is not helping matters. And using the choristers to settle score is not godly to me. I hope Pastor Lukoya will listen to the voice of the people, because the voice of the people is the voice of God, and do the needful by addressing the church himself instead of using the choir to fight the battle. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.